All right, all right. What is up, everybody? Oh man, I don't normally do lives like this in the middle of the day. I don't know why I'm putting on headphones. I'm not listening to music. Uh, but today we're gonna talk a little bit about Rancid. I've never done a tier list video. I always kind of wanted to. Got a little time. Let's do one. I got about an hour today, so we're gonna talk about Rancid and all of their albums. Some of my favorite tracks on there. I'll be using my phone. Pardon me, I have a cold, so my throat's kind of sore. I'll be drinking lots of coffee today, trying to keep my sinuses nice and warm. Dude, I tried a sinus thing like last night, like a breather thing. All the years I was doing other crap I shouldn't have been doing, and I never knew those things worked like that. I hit it, and I breathed the whole night. I slept. It was crazy. It was insane. Anyways, man, hot coffee feels really nice when you have a sore throat. But yeah, dude, let's talk about some Rancid. So if you like this video, you like this kind of content, you like this channel, please subscribe to the channel, throw a comment down there, like the videos, all that stuff. If you're really wanting to support, go to my Bandcamp. You can check out the new album by Dylan Disaster and the Revelry. I also have a new release on cassette from Minneapolis, Minnesota, hardcore oi band, Empire Down. These just dropped last Friday. And they're doing pretty well, but I think you guys might really enjoy the music. This is going to be for fans of the Bouncing Souls, the Gaslight Anthem, and then Empire Down is for fans of any kind of like really, really good oi music and hardcore. To me, they sound kind of like Comeback Kid with a oi singer. I don't know, they're really good. I love that band so much. So shout out to Empire Down. All right, enough plugging the stuff, right? Let's talk about Rancid. I've never done this, so you're gonna have to just bear with me. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm gonna start. Let's go. Let's do like this. Let's organize these in the right way. Wait. Let's see. There we go. Okay. How come the Wolves goes over here? Then Life Won't Wait. Then 2000. Then Indestructible. Then Dominoes. There we go. And then I think in between these two is where B-sides and C-sides go. I didn't have a very good like cover for B-sides and C-sides available, and I wanted to make this kind of quick, so I just pulled up that image and we'll use that to represent that album. Let's see here. Sorry. I'm going to see if anybody's on the live at all. I'm going to drop in and say hello, talk with you guys a little bit. Sorry, this is not. I'm still kind of tired to be honest with you. But if you are here, say hello. All right. Okay. 1993, we get Rancid's self-titled album. It kind of came. Well, it didn't kind of. It came from the ashes of Operation Ivy, but Tim Armstrong was living a rough life. He had to get clean in order to get signed by Epitaph. He and Matt Freeman recruit Brett Reed to play drums. We have a three-piece Rancid. They have I think one or two 7-inches. I should know this, but at least one. I think two 7-inches before this. I think it was the just the gun 7-inch, like the self-titled 7-inch, and then the radio one. No. Yeah, I think I could be wrong. The dates and things confuse me, so my apologies. But yeah, so we get Rancid 1993. Let me pull up the song list real quick. I'll tell you what songs I really appreciate off of this album. As I do these tier lists, I'm sure they'll get a little bit better. I'm honestly kind of nervous, so my apologies. Alright. 93. Oh, dude. Hyena is a classic Rancid song. Out of My Mind's really good. Whirlwind. Dude, that song is like low-key underrated in my opinion. Rejected's a really good song with some Matt Freeman vocals on it. I think Out of My Mind might be... No, Get Out of My Way is probably my favorite song on the album. This is a really good album, and if we were doing this tier list in the 90s, then I would say it would be much higher rated, but we're not. We're doing this tier list in 2024. So I'm going to give Rancid 93. I hate to do this. You know what? Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Whatever. So S is going to be perfect, right? We've only got a couple of those on here. Oh, crud. There's not, let's add, let me find a picture for Tomorrow Never Comes. Hold on one second. Dude, I did this terribly, didn't I? It's my apologies, guys. Image. There we go. Okay. Add an image. Let's go. There it is. Boom. Boom. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to go with, I want to say C. I kind of want to say B. I'm going to go B based on the time that it came out. When this album came out, this was insane. And I do think that it's held in high regard. I think a lot of people really love this album. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in the B tier. I think that it's overall quite a bit better than it is bad. I think that without Lars on here, it doesn't even really feel like a Rancid album at this point. But, you know, whatever. I still really like it. There's more songs on it that I love than there are songs I don't like. When I go throw the record on, I end up listening to it in its entirety most of the time. That should tell you a lot about where this record should stand after all these years, right? Next up, we got Let's Go in 1994. I would say that this album is arguably one of their most popular. This is probably one of the more beloved records in their discography. Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day fame famously helped write Radio. I think that was their biggest single off the album. The record is a little long. It's 23 songs, 44 and a half minutes. Rob and I have talked about this quite a bit. We're pretty confident saying that they could have removed probably 5 songs off of this and made it a much stronger album with like either a B-sides EP or like just a 7-inch after that. But it's the addition of Lars Frederiksen. Rancid's starting to come into their own with their sound. There isn't really a bad song on the album. International Cover-Up is a standout track. Obviously, Radio is one of their best songs, period. I think a lot of folks like this album in general. Ballad of Jimmy and Johnny's a really good song. Gave It Away, Harry Bridges. St. Mary is a song I really enjoy. Dope Sick Girl is a song I really enjoy. This album's strong. Once you start looking at it, like if you just ask somebody, how do you feel about Let's Go? They might say, lukewarm on it. You start talking about individual songs. No, it's got a lot to offer. So I'm going to put Let's Go in the A tier. Hold on. Do I hear somebody here? 1 second. BRB. Let me close my door. Dude, I wish I had like a Jeopardy ding, 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 ding when I needed to do something like that. But when you start talking about individual songs on Let's Go, I think that the importance of that album and the quality of that record start to really shine through and poke through. It's an absolutely wonderful record. Okay, Out Come the Wolves. Man, I don't know that we need to talk about this one a whole lot. This one came out in 1995. It's got, Roots Radicals. I think Time Bomb is probably their biggest song off the record. Maybe Roots Radical. I think Time Bomb is, though. I bet if you looked on streams, Time Bomb would be one of their biggest songs. I know I did a video on that once, actually. But this album's got every single song on it is one that I love. Very, very few records in the entire history of punk rock and my history of my life have I ever called perfect. But Out Come the Wolves very clearly and very obviously is S tier. If A is like stellar, almost perfect, then you can't get much better than that. That's where Out Come the Wolves belongs. Yeah. Okay, Life Won't Wait, 1998. It took them a few years. They did a few things. With Rancid, Let's Go, and Out Come the Wolves, they did 93, 94, 95. Then they let that simmer a little bit. They toured on those records. They got really, really popular. Then they went all around the world writing music and recording music to do this album called Life Won't Wait in 1998. This is an album that is incredibly important to me. The skull from the record is tattooed on my throat. It is something that is just absolutely incredibly important. But this is the kind of record that you don't pick a song from, because individually the songs aren't as strong. This is like the opposite of something like Let's Go or Out Come the Wolves, whereas you want the entire album experience. The only issue is that the album, dude, it's like 22 songs, an hour and 4 minutes. So to get this whole experience, it's time consuming. It's a little bit of work. Now, do I want that experience sometimes? Absolutely. The album is very important to me. Partly it's because it was at the end of my dad's life. He got me this record. He bought me a shirt that I still own back in 1998 from this record. So the album's got a lot of importance to me. So like I want to put it at S tier, but I'm trying to speak like objectively here. And for the fact that it's something that you can't just dive in and pick a song, I think that I'm gonna have to put it in the B tier. I think I'm gonna have it hover somewhere in between. They won't let me do it, will it? It's all right. I'm going to put it at B tier, but I'm going to say it hovers between A and B, depending on the day. And the reason that I'm going to put it in a B tier is simply because it's harder to pick a song off this album and just go straight in. Now, there's a few that are just bangers, right? You got Warsaw. Hooligans is the one that's like, in my opinion, just an absolute banger. Hoover Street, very sad song, good story. But The Wolf is probably my favorite song off the album. That's way on the second half of the record. Oh, dang. This album is very long, man. Wrongful Suspicion, Lady Liberty, Turntable. 1998? Whew. Yeah, you do really want to listen to this in order, though, in my opinion. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on that. Man, it makes me want to go listen to this record. There's so many good songs on it. But it's a job to go listen to this record. But this is probably their most impressive feat. The thing that they Out Come the Wolves is their best album, but Life Won't Wait, in my opinion, is the one that is the most impressive. They recorded it all around the world, which they don't normally do, to my understanding. They got a bunch of people on here. Buju Banton from, reggae fame. Dickie Barrett. Oh, a bunch of people on this album. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. All right. Sorry, I got to rush through this. This is my practice tier list video. Rancid, self-titled 2000, came out next. Oof, my goodness. You guys know that I have notoriously disliked this album. But in the last year or so, I've listened to this album a lot because I've done a live stream about it. I did a Rancid album ranking video with Rob. I've listened to it a lot. But when we did the live stream a few weeks ago and we listened to the album live on air because people were arguing that it wasn't a bad album, and I said, well, I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll play the album here right now, and I'll explain to you why each song is what I think it is. As we went through the record, the opinion started to shift in my favor because I was making valid points. Now, did everybody outright agree that it's a bad album? No. But I came away thinking, okay, there's like 3 songs on the record that I like. There's 2 or 3 that are popular. This could have been a really good EP. So I'm going to do another video later where I'm going to rework Rancid 2000. And I'm going to put together like a 6 to 8 song EP that I think would have been stronger than the full length. Because I think that this album was a let me show you how punk I am album. Call it whatever you want. But it just doesn't sound very sincere to me. The recording quality isn't very good. The vocal performances aren't very good. The lyrics are really good, and the bass playing is really good. Those are things that Rancid would have to try to make bad. So, you know. But for these reasons, I'm going to put Rancid Self-Titled 2000 in the D tier. And all that means is that I think that this is their worst album. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily a bad album. Now, if you were to put this in Punk Rock Records tier list, it would probably hover up in the B tier for me. Maybe C, but definitely low B, high C, somewhere around there, because it's better than most bands' entire discography. It's just when you're talking about Rancid albums, you know, I don't rank it very high. But my favorite songs on the album are Radio Havana, Dead Bodies is alright, but Let Me Go is probably the best song on the album, in my opinion. In between Self-Titled 2000 and their next full-length album, Rancid put out this compilation of B-sides, singles, compilation tracks, all this other stuff called B-sides and C-sides. They just did a re-release of that on vinyl. That one's coming out here pretty soon. That album is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. I'm going to say that B-sides and C-sides, it's got a lot of good songs on it, man. Let's see here. Compilations. I don't think they're going to even... They don't even have it on Spotify yet, do they? Huh. Wait, here we go. Yeah, they do. Okay, dude, there's so many songs on here that are good. Wow. Only problem is, it's 24 songs in 51 minutes. That's actually good because each song is not real long. That's usually my issue with these long albums, is that they're like low song count, high minute count, and I don't like long songs. But Sick Sick World, oh my goodness, dude. Just a Feeling, I Want to Riot, Kill the Lights. Woo! Oh man, this album's going to go in the A tier. I think this is a fantastic Rancid album. Even though it's a compilation, it's not really a record, it's a compilation. It's a good compilation. And I put it in here because some people were complaining that we didn't have it in our Rancid album rankings like podcast with Rob and I. They were like, oh, where's B-sides and C-sides? And I'm like, it's not an album, it's a compilation. But for this video, we're putting it in there. I think one of the reasons why Self-Titled 2000 exists the way it does is because there were some issues within the band around that time. I don't know everything about it, but I think one or two of the people fell off the wagon and started drinking or using again. I think it was drinking. And it just, there's a lot of stuff going on personally in their lives. Family members, you know, losing family members, divorce, things like that. And it created a tension within the band. So I think the album is just a hot mess for many reasons. But I don't mean to like go back and dog on it, but whatever. In 2003, they were supposed to put out Indestructible. It was supposed to sound different than it actually did. To my understanding, they went in and reworked the whole album after Tim and Brody got divorced, and I believe after Lars's brother passed. So this album is actually the second version of the album. I don't know what the first version would have sounded like. I don't even know what songs would have been on there. But Indestructible came out in 2003, and in my opinion, it's one of the better Rancid albums. It's, look, well, first off, the opening track is phenomenal. Indestructible is a great song. But Fall Back Down is... I always thought the lyrics were a little bit cheesy, but that's kind of what I like about it, man. It's a really great punk rock breakup song. It's a really great friend anthem, you know what I'm saying? And I like the video. Red Hot Moon was a great song. Memphis is probably my favorite song on the album. Tropical London's a great song. Born Frustrated, Back Up Against the Wall. Stand Your Ground is one of their best songs. Dude, I'm putting Indestructible in the A tier. I think that this album, while it may not be my personal favorite, I think it holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts. But after Indestructible in 2003, we waited a few more years. It was 6 more years before we get Let the Dominoes Fall. So they were doing side projects, touring with those, Lars and the Bastards. You had a bunch of Transplant stuff coming out. But Let the Dominoes Fall, I believe this is the first one with Brandon. I think Indestructible still had Brett in the band. So you have Brandon from The Used come over. I think his last name is pronounced Steckenart. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. He's a fantastic drummer, by the way. Let the Dominoes Fall. I think is basically him stepping into the band and not getting to like spread his wings. So the album, in my opinion, is great, but he didn't get to really flex nuts on this record. But if Indestructible is going to be an A tier album, I'm going to put Let the Dominoes Fall in the A tier as well. And I'm going to say that they're probably ranked above Indestructible. I'm going to put it actually above Let's Go. I'm going to put... Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put B-sides and C-sides above Let's Go. Actually, I'm going to put Let's Go as the last on the A tier. But it is A tier. I'm going to rank them like this on... Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, I should have done that a minute ago. But... yeah, I like it like that. Dominoes, B-sides, C-sides, Indestructible. And it's all real close. It's not something that I'm fretting about too much. This is within a hair of each other. So, oh man, thank you for the dono, man. I appreciate that a lot, dude. Thank you so much. Saint Celtic, dude, my guy, bro. Thank you so much, man. That's amazing, dude. That just made my whole day. Thank you. I was just doing this to hang out with you guys for a little bit. It takes that kind of stuff to keep this channel going, man. I work really hard. That really meant a lot to me. Thank you. Wow, I don't know. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so you just caught me off guard with that, bro. You see what you're doing to me, man? Making me all emotional and stuff. Okay, so, whew, man, Let the Dominoes have some bangers on it, dude. Let's see. What are my favorite songs on Dominoes, dude? L.A. River is one everybody hates, but I love L.A. River, dude. Boom shaka like a boom. It's the best Matt Freeman vocals of all time, dude. Actually, Devil's Brigade, that band he did with Tim, that's the best Matt Freeman vocals. But Liberty and Freedom, great song. Ooh, man. Dude, they did the acoustic album, bro. I mean, come on, man. Last One to Die, such a good song. Up to No Good. East Bay Night, bro. What? East Bay Night is a fantastic song. I love this record. This album is definitely better than Indestructible, in my opinion. This is just me speaking here. I imagine y'all's tier list would be a little different. Man, say what's up in the comments, y'all. Say hello, man. Dude, I'm so blown away by the dono, dude. Thank you so much, man. All right, after Let the Dominoes Fall, bro, my brain just went. Brr. We had another 5-year wait, dude. They're getting older, man. What can you say, you know? Dude, happy birthday to Matt Freeman yesterday. He turned 58 yesterday on the 23rd of April. Matt Freeman, that's my dog, bro. I might do a Rancid Side Projects tier list and get all the stuff that they've ever done and put it on here. What do y'all think about that? That's a good idea, actually. All right, so between 2009 and 2014, they're kind of quiet. And then they get Honors All We Know. Right after my kiddo was born, man, I didn't even know this album came out until way later. These later Rancid albums get a lot of hate. And I think it's because a lot of their fans are my age. And so when you're listening to music, you usually form your opinions between ages like 15, 25 on music. Like, that's the stuff you're going to listen to forever. So when a band you love puts out new songs, you're going to be extra critical of it. Plus, they've got albums like And Out Come the Wolves and Let's Go, Life Won't Wait. In their discography, it's kind of hard to compare with those records. It's hard to compete, rather, excuse me. But I'd say that their later records, while not as important as their earlier records, the quality's just as good to me. If you were to take And Out Come the Wolves and Honors All We Know and give them to somebody that had nothing to do with punk rock and just go, hey, listen to these records and tell me which one you like better, I think Out Come the Wolves would generally win out. But I think there would be an argument that people that don't know what they're talking about, have nothing to do with these albums, there would be some people that liked Honor. And all I mean by that is that album isn't bad. I think it's really, really good. I don't think it's as good as Life Won't Wait or anything, but I do think it's a B tier record. And I do think this is where it should fit. It should fit right between Life Won't Wait and self-titled. Actually, dude, you know what? I'm going A tier, man. Rancid's my favorite band. Are you surprised? And I'm going to put it like this. I like it better than Let's Go. I don't know that it's a better album than Let's Go. I like it better than Let's Go. How do I say this? I listen to it more than I listen to Let's Go. And if that's the case, I listen to it more than I listen to an Indestructible. Ooh, this is gonna make some people mad. Whatever. Okay, so yeah, buddy. Woo. Let's see. Back Where I Belong, great song. Evil's My Friend, really, really great song. Power Inside. Let's see. Everybody except for Gravedigger. Oh man. Okay. Let's be realistic here. I like it a lot. I listen to it a lot. It's not better than Let's Go. I'm getting all crazy here. I'm getting all crazy. I'm sorry. My apologies. I don't necessarily think it's better than Life Won't Wait either. Life Won't Wait is just too long. Life Won't Wait is a stipulatory B tier record. Is that even a word? Stipulatory? I don't actually know. Okay. Then we get a record kind of quick after that. 2017, we get Troublemaker. Alright, here's where things are really going to get messed up. Because I think song for song, Honor Is All We Know. Man, okay. Troublemaker's one of my favorite records, dude. I love this album. It is what it is, dude. Troublemaker's S tier for me, man. I love this album. I would rather listen to this than any of the ones in the A tier. If I had to pick an album to listen to, it would be Troublemaker would get picked before any of the albums in A tier. Not by a lot. We're talking minimal differences here. I'm talking just a few degrees of separation. Not a lot. Oof, man, this is gonna. You might take back your dono, huh? That would suck, bro. But Troublemaker, I hear people tell me all the time that the vocals and stuff on these last two albums that I'm talking about weren't that great or whatever. I don't get it. I like the vocals. I like the production on those albums. But Troublemaker's got a lot of... Okay, so... Didn't they do Track Fast, Ghost of a Chance, and Telegraph Avenue as like a 3-song single release or something like that? Or am I thinking of the other album? No, wait, hold on. I don't actually know. Hold on, let me look this up. Hold on, give me 1 second. Dude, I might be remembering this wrong. Let's see, did they do... There was like 3 singles they dropped in like this room where they played them. Yeah, Collision Course, Honor's All We Know, Evil's My Friend. Wait. No, okay. And then we go... Honor Is All We Know. And we got... Oh, wait, yeah. Telegraph Avenue is on... Yeah, that's on... Troublemaker, right? Yeah, okay, I'm tripping. Sorry. For a second there, I was thinking I was remembering it wrong. But no. Dude, an intimate close-up of a street punk Troublemaker is one of my favorite songs of all time. I put this in S tier. I would say a lot of the reason is because when this album dropped, I wasn't even listening to music. I was in the middle of cleaning my life up. 2018 or so is when I started listening to music again, like really, really hard. It's only maybe even later than that. But I took like a 6-year hiatus from music, the scene, all of it, because I was trying to get clean. I was starting a family, and I was trying to be a good person, and I wasn't for a long, long time. So, yeah, this album's important to me because when I heard it late, and I didn't know it was an album that people weren't into. I was like, ooh, new Rancid, what's going on? And I listened to it and was like, this is really good. It took me a little bit to get used to it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it didn't. It was weird hearing new Rancid that had been out for a while that I wasn't aware of, because I discovered Honor Is All We Know and Troublemaker at the same time. That's how late I came to Honor, is that I didn't know that those even existed for a while. Sorry, this is really warm and it's soothing my throat. My throat's killing me right now. And I got a bartend tonight, tomorrow, and Friday. Oof. And then I work at the shop on Saturday, Sunday. Grind mode, baby. Trying to make some money, put out some records for y'all. But, let's see here. Yeah, dude, this album is fantastic. I really think that an intimate close-up of a street punk Troublemaker is a terrible name for a song. They could have just called it Troublemaker. But, oh, sorry, that hurt. Oh my goodness. Telegraph Avenue, I love that song. Let's see. My car, or my wife's car now, is literally named Lola after Farewell Lola Blue. I can't talk because my sinuses are all stuffed up. My apologies, guys. Bava Rock and Roll is a song that I called the wrong name for a long time, and I even like it more now because of that, because I felt stupid. I kept a promise. Dude, some of the lyrics are dumb, but I love them. Dude, it's such a good record. I think I'm hyped on it right now, and I'm going to get crap for this, but is it actually better than B-Sides and C-Sides, or better than Let's Go? No, I just listen to it more. That's why man, that means I can't put it there, huh? All right, dude. Okay, man, I get it. I'm messing up, I'm sorry. No, dude, this record rules. This is harder to do than I thought it was going to be. Mainly because I love this band so much. I don't really care what people think about me. You don't give a shit. Whatever, man. But last year, 2023, June, the summer, we got their, I think, 10th album. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10th album. With Tomorrow Never Comes. I totally forgot the name of the record. I'm looking right at it. With Tomorrow Never Comes. I'm just going to throw it out there, dude. This is an S tier album. It's my second favorite Rancid album, I think. No, third. These are my top 3 Rancid albums. Out Come the Wolves, Troublemaker, Tomorrow Never Comes. Now, I don't think that they're the best. They're just my 3 favorite. Well, Out Come the Wolves is clearly the best. If there was like a SA, like right, S-A split tier, that's where those two would go. But I'm happy with this tier list, man. I think a lot of people would argue with it, and that's okay. I think that Self-Titled 2000 would get put way up there in the S or A tier a lot. I think that's okay, man. Whatever, man. You put them where you want to put them. Go make your own videos. I'll go watch and support you. Rancid tier list video, just about done, man. So we got their best albums, Out Come the Wolves. Duh. My second and third favorite albums are going to be Troublemaker and then Tomorrow Never Comes. But in the A tier, just a hair behind, are Dominoes, B-Sides and C-Sides, Indestructible, Let's Go, Honors All We Know. All 5 albums, or whatever, records, that I would listen to any day, anytime, anywhere. The B tier is where we get a little sketchy, because Life Won't Wait, while more important to me than most of these records, it's just harder to listen to. 93, I just don't even really consider Rancid sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is, but it's not, because it doesn't have Lars in it. It doesn't sound like they sound anymore. And then when you go down to Self-Titled 2000, I just don't really care for the majority of that record. It's better than most bands still, but as far as Rancid, I'm going to pick out any of these other albums before I pick out that one. But any Rancid song is better than most bands' music, to me. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know how much you hate this tier. I'm sure plenty of people will be like, dude, you're so dumb, and that's cool. I can, whatever, man. Whatever. Maybe I am dumb. I'm not even saying I'm not, bro. I'm just saying that I like doing this. I'm having fun. Hey, man, really been enjoying your channel. I find Troublemaker the hardest to get into, but I don't know why. Hey, man, everybody likes what they like, dude. Troublemaker is not for everybody, bro. Like, the classics are the classics, dude. Let's Go is a classic album. Life Won't Wait is a classic album. And as much as I don't want to admit this on air and recorded history, Self-Titled 2000 is a classic, and it's real divisive. People either love it, and I would say that most people do, but the people that don't like it really don't like it. It's not a lot of us. There's some of us, though. But, yeah, Rancid tier list video. Done. Dude, saying is it Celtic or Celtic? I don't even know how to say that word. I'm from Texas, bro. I am Irish, though, which is weird that I don't know how to say that word. Is it Celtic or Celtic? I think it's Celtic, right? But it's the Boston Celtics. This is why I get confused, bro. Dude, that sucks. Out Come the Wolves is just a perfect album. I would agree with that. Yes, sir. Wholeheartedly agree with that. But I am starving. My stomach is growling. I got to go to work in an hour and a half. So I'm going to get up out of here. Thank y'all for joining me for a little while. Thank you for the dono. I definitely appreciate that, man. If you want to support more, check out my Bandcamp. Link in bio. I've put out 8 releases in the last year and change. Working on 9, 10, and 11. I just got I just started working with the band The Havoc out of Los Angeles. We're putting out their last album on cassette, so that's coming through 31 Records. And I got Prosthetic out of Oakland and Without Apology out of Houston, Oi band. So Prosthetic's a hardcore band. We're doing it over here, bro. 31 Records is killing it. And we got good old rock and roll, Dylan Disaster and The Revelry on vinyl. Look how pretty that is. They all come with a pressing card, individually numbered. There's only 100 of them. They got 2 stickers that are exclusive to this release and this version of the release. And it's still only 22 bucks. I'm killing it over here, y'all. I love you guys, man. This is so much fun. I hate that I have to advertise, but I'm naturally good at it. It's what I do for my job outside of this place, too. So I don't like doing it on the channel, but I have to. One day I'll have enough viewership to just rely on, you know, ad revenue, hopefully, and then we could just stop doing all that, and I could just make content that we all enjoy and not have to talk about that stuff. But I like it, man. I like putting out records and stuff. So this is yeah, anyways, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna go eat. You guys have a great day. If you need something, holler at your boy. Otherwise, be careful out there and be nice to somebody today, alright? Make somebody's day better, okay? Like I made yours better, and like you made mine better.